Hello students. So far doubt received from the students, I have compiled all the doubts, and after compilation this is the video solution of 6 to 7 doubts received from various students so far. Now this is question number 4 from the assignment, which was based on motion under gravity. Question number 4. Right. In this question we have a building. In this question we have a tall building, let's say of height capital H. There is a window in that building. Let's say this is the window, let's say, which is indicated by W. So W stands for the window. That window is 3 meter in length. This length of the window is 3 meter, which is this length. And let's say this window, the top of the window is at a small h distance from the top of building, let's say. Right. Now it is given that the ball take 0.5 seconds to fall past the 3 meter length of window, which means the time interval from this point to this point, this time interval is 3 seconds. Let's say we start from here. So if we start from here, first of all calculate what is the time when the particle will reach to the top of window. I assume this time to be T1. Let T1 is the time when the particle which starts from top of building reaches to top of window. So during this T1 time, the particle falls down by a distance of h. And if it falls down by distance of h under the acceleration due to gravity small g, and it starts from rest also, then from the equation which is s equals to ut plus half at square, I will use this equation for this question, s equals to ut plus half at square. So during the first t1 seconds, the body falls down h. It starts from rest, so I will take u equals to 0, and then plus acceleration a is replaced by this gravity g, and that's time t1 square. This is my first equation. Let's say when the particle reaches to the bottom of window, and they have given 0.5 seconds. So if T1 is the time taken by particle from here to here and additional time is 0.5 seconds, then the total time at this point will be T1 plus 0.5. Total time from the top of building to the bottom of window is T1 plus 0.5. And during this total time, the particle falls down by a distance of h plus 3. So now you will write h plus 3 equals to 0 plus half g, and here you will have T1 plus 0.5 square, that's second equation, right? Now we will solve these equations as per the simultaneous equations. You will solve these two equations, and after solving, I am not going to solve it, but you solve the equations. You will come to know what is the value of h, and you will come to know what is the value of T1. So I leave the calculation part on you. You solve h and T1, and then the question which is how fast was the ball going as it passes the top of window. Notice that the ball was crossing the top of window at the time of T1. Ball was crossing the top of window at time T1. So the speed of ball at that time can be obtained by the formula u plus at, where you will take u equals to 0, a will be gravity g, which is given 9.8, and since we have been asked to find the speed of ball, at the top of window and the particle was at the top of window at time t1. So you will put the value t1 here. So you have to first solve h and t1, and this t1 value will be substituted here to find the value of v. So I am leaving the calculation part for you. I hope you guys can solve the equations and get your answer. Next doubt is question number 5, which is a body moving with a constant retardation in a straight line travels 5.7 meter and 3.9 meter in 6th and 9th second. This question is based on the result of that formula, which is distance traveled in a specific second. We all know that distance traveled in the specific second is given by u plus half a 2n minus 1. So this question is based on this equation, right? So for 6th second, the distance given is 5.7. So you write 5.7 here. U, because it is retardation, so we will use negative sign instead of plus. So it will be minus a, and this 6th second will be 2 into n equal to 6 minus 1. This is my equation 1. And 3.9 meter is the value of distance for 9th second. So now you take n equals to 9 here. That's the second equation. Again, you have two equations. You need to solve them, and you need to find the values of u and a. I hope you can solve this equation, that what is the value of u and what is the value of a. Now, when will the body come to rest? This is the question. To solve or to answer this point, you apply the formula v equals to u minus at because of retardation. Notice, if the body comes to rest, then you will put v equals to 0 and u minus a into t. This t has been asked in your problem, and if you solve equation 1 and equation 2, I hope you will get the value of u and a. And if you get the value of u and a, all you have to do is put the value of u here and put the value of a here, then the value of t, which is asked in this question, can be solved. Now, problem number 8, which says that a ball is released from the top of the tower of height h. It takes capital T seconds to reach the ground. So it is something like this. Again, we have a building of a given height h. The ball is dropped from the top point, so its initial speed u will be 0. As per the question, it takes capital T seconds to reach the ground. So ball will be here at capital T seconds. So it will be above the ground. It will be above the ground at time t by 3, because if at t seconds it reaches to ground, then at time which is less than capital T, it will be above the ground. Let's say it is y distance above the ground. Let's say it is y distance above the ground. Now, if you consider the journey of capital T seconds, during capital T second, the ball starts from the top of building and reaches to the ground. So during this capital T period, the ball falls down by a distance of h starting from u equals to 0. So you use the equation s equals to ut plus half at square here. For capital T second, the body covers a distance of h. U will be 0 because the body was dropped. A will be replaced by g, and here you will take capital T square, first equation. But if you consider capital T by second, capital T by 3 only, if you consider this much time, capital T by 3, then by what distance the body falls down? By what distance the body falls down? We have considered y distance above the ground. So the distance which body falls down should be h minus y, and that h minus y should be half g, and here you will take t by 3 square. That's the second equation. And now from these two equations, right, from these two equations, notice that you will get 9 here because of a square. You cross multiply, you will get 9h minus 9y, and right hand side you will have half gt square. And notice that half gt square is also equals to h. Further solving, you get y equals to 8h over 9. So that's the answer. Question number 9. A body travels half of its total path in the last second of free fall. So let's say that body falls down by a distance of h. Let h is the distance through which the body falls down, starting from rest. So u equals to 0. And if I assume that the body takes a total of n seconds, if it takes n seconds to fall through a distance of h, the body takes n seconds to fall through distance small h starting from 0, then from the displacement equation you can write h equals to half g, and total time which the body took to fall down is n second, so you will take n square. First equation. Now they are saying that during the last second of total journey, it covers half distance, which means during this last second the body traveled a distance of h by 2, because if total distance the body is moving is h, then half of total distance will be h by 2, and half of distance was traveled in the last second. Because it is a specific second, it is the last second specified. So for this you have to apply the equation which is again Sn equals to u plus half a 2n minus 1, because it gives you the distance covered in the specific second. As per question, distance covered in the last second is h by 2. U is 0 because object start from rest. Half a is g, and then it is 2n minus 1. This is my second equation now. From equation 1 and 2, from the equation 1 and 2, this 2 and 2 will be cancelled. So h equals to half g n square, and here h equals to g into 2n minus 1. So g is cancelled, and you get n square minus 4n plus 2 equals to 0, and then you have to solve it mathematically for the value of n. And I hope you can solve it mathematically for the value of n. Now the question number 10. From the same assignment there is one more question, question number 10, which says that object projected upwards acquires a velocity of 19.6 meter per second when it reaches half of maximum height. What is the maximum height? So let's say that this is the ground level, and you project the body with some speed u. We have derived a result for the maximum height, that the maximum height reached by any body for a given speed u is u square over 2g. So what will be half of this height? Half of maximum height, as per the question, half of the maximum height should be u square by 4g. And the question says that when this body reaches at this place, when the body reaches at the height which is half of maximum height, it is moving with 19.6 meter per second. This is the language given in the question. So for this portion, for this part of journey, you consider this part of journey of object, and for this part of journey you can apply the third equation, which is v square equals to u square plus twice as. So this v is 19.6, so we will take 19.6 square on the left side. This is u square plus 2, because we are moving upward, so the acceleration will be replaced by minus of g, and the distance covered is half of maximum height, which is u square over 4g. Solving this equation, right, I have no space to further solve it, so I will give the hint. You solve for the value of u, and you can solve because g and g will be cancelled. So right hand side you will have only u square, and I hope you can find the value of u. And if you can find the value of u, you simply put the value of u in this expression to know what is the maximum height. Question number 12 from the same assignment, last doubt. Now it says again, a body falls down from a given height. So let's say that height is h. A body starts from here, dropped, which means u equals to 0. So if you drop this body, it will start moving down, it will fall down. And when it falls down, it says that 9 by 25 of total height is travelled in the last second. If I assume that body takes total of n seconds, then as per the question, it travels 9 over 25 of total h in last second. So if you make equation, if you write the equation for complete journey, then for entire journey, then for complete journey, it falls down by h, u equals to 0, half a t square, a will be g, and t की जगह पर in place of t you will take the value n. So this is the equation for complete journey, and now I am going to write the equation of last second. Remember, last second means specific second. So for this you have a different equation of distance, which is u plus half a 2n minus 1. So now during last second the distance covered is 9h by 25. U is 0, half a is g, and this is 2n minus 1. Similar question number 9 was also similar. Question 9 and question 12 both are similar questions. So now you can solve these two equations for the value of n. Right? You can solve these two equations for the value of n. You simply transfer this 25 on the right side, transfer this 9 to the bottom side, get the value of h from equation 2, and you have value of h from equation 1. So I will write the step for you. I can write the step for you that h from the equation 1, h from equation 1 is half g n square, and the value of h from equation 2 will be 25 over 18 g 2n minus 1. So this g is cancelled, you will get equation of n, and now mathematics is required for solving the value of n. There is no more physics in question now, it's all mathematics. So these were the doubts from assignment motion under gravity, compiled by me. Hope it is beneficial for you, and all the best for your exam. Take care, stay home, stay safe. Thank you.